Hi everybody, it's Annie from Annie's Stampin' Corner, and I wanted to stop by and show you the Earth Day flip book that I created for Angela over at Snail Mail Facebook group. I'm in that swap, and this is the book I created. The things that I recycled and utilized were some chipboard from the cereal boxes and a pizza box that I had. And also some envelopes, they're manila, and you can see the YouTube video where I showed how I created these papers. I created my own. I didn't use paper from, you know, how would you say it, a collection line. All of these backgrounds are created by me. And because the paper got very flimsy and everything, I utilized the pizza box and the cereal box to make it just a little bit sturdier because I didn't want it to be floppy, and the paper got really wet creating with the acrylic paints because I used all acrylic paints creating this, so I wanted to make sure it has some stability. So let's get started. Here is the book that I created. It is a 3-page flip book which has 6 with the front cover and the back cover, and then 1 extra page that turns into 6. So this is what I did. So after I did all my paper, I took some die cuts that I had. I had some dies and some die cuts, and I cut these out with some dies that I had, and I cut them out of some scratch paper. Used all scratch paper that I had left over from cutting. I have a box and I throw it in there, and I'll pull stuff out of there. So that's how I used a lot of scraps. And then the ephemera is all old ephemera that I've had that I hadn't used yet. So everything is old that I used on here. I didn't use anything that I didn't go out and buy anything for it. So here is a little flower that was in my stash. It's a little, I'm not sure what you call these, but they're cabochons. And I glued it onto this little clothespin to hold the book shut because it doesn't flip too much, but you know it's not closed all the way. So I made this little closure, and then right here I made a cluster with some hearts, and it says "Hello friend, heart this for you." So I did that and put the flags on there, and then this piece of a flag hanging from up here. And my washi tape is not the best. Some of them are great, and then some of them aren't. So I utilized some glue on the edges just to make sure that the washi tape stayed together, because some of it doesn't stick very well. It peels off. I don't know why some is better than others, but that's just how it is. So I utilized a little bit of that glue to put that on there. And what that glue is I love this glue right here. It's quick dry adhesive, best glue around. I pour that into that fine line bottle to utilize it. So here's the first page, and the first page after the cover shows a picture of me, and it says, "Just wanted to say hi." I made another little cluster right here with some flags and some hearts. I put a flag and a star up here. I did some stamping, and I used all the stamps that I used were stuff that was in my stash. This was a Bow Bunny stamp that I had, and I believe it's a paparazzi stamp set. And then here I just stamped the date that I created the book, so she would have it. It's not a very old picture of me. And then just down here I stamped "Oh Snap" that came in with the stamp set. Over on this side, I created a little manila, not manila, but a little envelope right here out of some envelopes that came in the mail. I did the same thing with this print. I used my jelly plate to create it. Wrote "Read Me" with some stickers I had in my stash. And then this was a stamp that I stamped, and I stamped everything on some white cardstock that I had in my little pieces that I had. I used up a bunch of them and stamped it, and then I colored it in with my Pip pens. And then I cut everything out and I laid it into the book. So I really like the way that came out, and I love these colors. They're so spring and bright and cheery. Some of them are pastel and some of them are a little bit brighter colors. So then you open the book like this, and in here is my mail tag. Same thing, did a bunch of stamping, cut them out, used some dimensional paint. That's that tulip paint. I've had these in my probably 5 years old, and they're still good. Just shake them up and keep the caps on them, and they'll work. And I added that onto the mushrooms. They had some circles just to give it some more dimension. This was some stickers that I had in my stash that I used, and I wrote Memmel tag, and another one of those cabochons. Here's some more washi. I love this green and pink. Since I did the background in a light pastel, and then I added just a little spots here and there of the brights on here, I thought that that would pull out those brights on the other, behind the pages. So then you flip this over, and right here is where I'll be writing all my items that I'm going to be telling her. And this was a tag that I did on the jelly plate. It was an envelope, and one side I just used some paint and painted on, and then the other side was the jelly plate. And then these were some more delusional stamps that I had, and I made some bullets to write out what I'm going to tell her about me and what I'm doing. And then here is some little cards that I had in my stash, and it says creativity is intelligence, having fun. Albert Einstein said that. It says made with love. And then when you flip these over, it has these little hands that I had in my stash from another kit that came in the mail that I hadn't used. I don't get rid of anything, I reuse it. So I pulled them out, and I just attached them pointing to this quote on here that says, do more of what makes you happy. So I thought that was really cute, and I stuck that there. I took some of the paper and I punched out some of the on the envelopes, and I just painted it up with some acrylic paint, and punched them out with Martha Stewart, and then just added them like they were going up the page. And then I added a stamp from that same, I'm not sure, these are doodle stamps. This is one of the doodle stamps that I had in there. And I just stamped this, and then I added some flat back gems to the page so that it would just dress it up a little bit, and the pink looks really good. So then on this page right here, I did some more stamping, stamped out some flowers from the delusional stamps that I had in my stash, and I used some more of the dimensional paint on these, on the leaves and on the centers of the flower. Colored all of these in with my Pip pens. Hadn't used those in a while, so that was something that I used. Everything pretty much that I used in here was something that I hadn't used in a while. So I thought it was fun to, pull that stuff back out. This is a glassine bag that I had. And then I just punched some more of these hearts out, which were the delusions, in one of the stamp sets. And then I added some of this twinkling wink of Stella on there to give it a little bit of glittery effect. Cut them out and then stuck them on here and made a cluster. And right here it says something special to a dear friend. So I thought it was really cute that these flags had things already on them, and I could utilize them to put them in this bag. So it kind of, in a way, sent a little bit of a message to her within the book. And I'm going to write a letter, so that'll be in there, and then this. So it gives her a little bit more, information and stuff. But inside the bag, there is a bunch of ephemera that I stuck in there, and these are pop up so that it holds the glassine bag down. It goes behind the art. So that's that page. And then I showed you, I believe I did, I showed you that page. And then you close the book up, and you stick the clothespin back on there, and you close it up. And I really, really had fun, and I stamped my name on the back. And here you can see the paper a little bit better. It's not as, covered up, because I didn't put anything on the back cover. So I just stamped my name that I created it, and I really love the way this came out. It's so darling. So it's just really fun to see what you can come up with when they give you a challenge like that. So have some fun. Thanks for stopping by and taking a look. If you're not already a member over at the Snail Mail Facebook group, please go over there and join. We have a lot of fun, and it's great. So bye-bye.